Mark, what caught my ear at the media days, especially where Saban was concerned, is they wanted to see, or the media wanted to get some type of stir from Nick Saban. I remember the guys that were in the radio room asked him about, is there, a quarterback situation? Is there a quarterback controversy? Is something going on in the quarterback room? And Nick Saban basically continues to stand firm and stand strong on the statement that they're going to get Tua Tagovailoa time to develop, and he's going to play, but Jalen Hurts is still the main guy. But the interesting thing was this was a quiet offseason, Mark. Probably the biggest thing for Alabama. Wide receiver Robert Foster got into a slight automobile accident, which had to require 27 stitches for him. Foster is okay. He did practice the very next week. He's fine. But aside from that, and 2 to 3 guys that transferred, this was a very quiet offseason. So not many questions to really ask Nick Saban. I thought we would get some things on the 2 signing periods for recruiting, which Nick Saban has been adamant about, and that though he doesn't like the 2 signing period, he's going to adjust to it and do accordingly. I thought we would get some questions about that, but there wasn't much asked to him. A lot of the stuff that was asked to him was, a lot of people feel like there's Alabama and then there's everybody else. What's it going to take to close that gap between Alabama and everybody else in the SEC? And even yours truly had a question about the right guard position. Saban looked at me like I was half crazy for a moment. He looked at me because I think he didn't understand my question. I asked him about the situation at right guard because last year Alabama started with Alphonse Taylor, and then he gets hurt against Arkansas. If they bring in Lester Cotton, who was the understudy to Cam Robinson for 2 to 3 years, and they put Lester Cotton at guard. He does pretty well, but has some inconsistencies. They slide him out. Here comes Corin Kirby, the converted defensive tackle to offensive lineman. He plays well, but there was not that one concrete face at right guard. And when I finally, made some sense out of the question, Nick Saban was able to answer that. But this was not a really crazy offseason, and that's why a lot of the questions weren't tempered toward some of the more controversial topics.